Money launderers don't need ski masks or back alley deals anymore. Today, the safest places to hide dirty money are right in front of everyone's face. Here's a psychological truth that will shock you. According to the 2025 Financial Secrecy Index, the most secretive financial jurisdiction in the world isn't some tropical island, it's the United States. 7.5 trillion in personal wealth is hidden offshore. That's 8% of all global household wealth. And the psychology behind the system is designed to keep you from understanding how it really works. Today, you'll discover the psychological architecture of global money laundering, why the ultra-rich need secrecy to maintain power, and how this hidden system affects your financial reality every single day. Welcome to the Wealth Mind, where psychology meets prosperity. Most people think money laundering is about criminals hiding cash, but the real psychology is far more sophisticated. The ultra-wealthy have created a global system where secrecy isn't just legal, it's profitable. This isn't about breaking laws. This is about understanding the psychological frameworks that allow the wealthy to operate in a completely different financial reality than everyone else. Today, we're analyzing the psychology of 4 different levels of dirty money, the mental models that enable global wealth hiding, and why transparency is actually a disadvantage in the modern financial system. Chapter 1. The Psychology of Financial Hierarchy. Not all dirty money is created equal. The psychology of the financial system recognizes 4 distinct levels, each with different psychological protections. Level 4. White-collar psychology. This is fraud, bribery, insider trading, and tax evasion by corporations and professionals. Companies like Apple, Microsoft, and Alphabet root intellectual property through Ireland and the Netherlands to minimize taxes, a psychological framework. This isn't seen as dirty, it's seen as smart. Society has been psychologically conditioned to admire tax optimization by corporations while condemning it in individuals. Level 3. Commercial psychology. Businesses that look normal but generate criminal profits through overbilling, fake invoicing, and corruption. They operate in regular industries like construction and mining. The psychological camouflage. These operations hide behind the psychology of legitimacy. A construction company looks normal, so people don't question the psychology behind inflated government contracts. Level 2. State-level psychology. This includes kleptocracy and state capture. Malaysia's 1MDB scandal saw 4.5 billion stolen by insiders. Russian oligarchs moved billions from Russia to London and Switzerland. The psychology of power. At this level, theft is protected by political power. The psychology shifts from hiding crimes to hiding behind authority. When the state itself is stealing, who's going to prosecute? Level 1. Organized crime psychology. Direct cash from drug sales, human trafficking, and smuggling. Mexican cartels and Chinese triads represent this level. The psychological irony. This level faces the most scrutiny, despite often moving the least money. Society focuses on street-level crime while ignoring corporate and state-level wealth extraction that dwarfs organized crime profits. The meta-psychology. Each level requires different psychological justifications. Corporate tax avoidance is business strategy. State corruption is national interest. Only organized crime is universally condemned, despite being the smallest financial threat. The cleaning psychology. Every level needs psychological cleaning, transforming questionable money into respectable wealth. This requires sophisticated psychological frameworks that make dirty money appear legitimate. The psychology isn't about hiding from law enforcement. It's about hiding from public perception and maintaining the psychological fiction that extreme wealth accumulation is natural and deserved. Chapter 2. The Psychology of Secrecy Capitals. Here's where psychology gets fascinating. The most effective money hiding happens in places that don't look secretive at all. The United States. Psychological legitimacy. Delaware hosts 2.2 million registered entities, more companies than people. The state profits directly. Franchise fees fund a third of Delaware's budget. The psychological advantage. Who suspects Delaware of being a money laundering hub? It's just Delaware. This psychological camouflage is more effective than any offshore island. The 5 psychological requirements. To claim money effectively, you need 1. Fast, cheap company creation without oversight. 2. Hidden ownership registries. 3. Strong legal systems that resist foreign subpoenas. 4. Access to luxury assets for wealth conversion. 5. Banks and lawyers specializing in complex structures. The psychology of legal protection. Delaware, Wyoming, and Nevada offer something psychologically powerful: legal anonymity. You're not breaking laws, you're using laws designed to hide wealth. The psychology of prestige. More than half of London's wealthiest areas are completely empty. Since 2016, £11 billion in questionable funds flowed into UK real estate, with 90% coming through British Virgin Islands companies. The psychological strategy. London offers prestige. Owning Mayfair real estate sends a psychological message of legitimacy and success. It's not just money laundering, it's reputation laundering. The transparency illusion. In 2022, the UK introduced a register of overseas entities to reveal property ownership. Result? Over 70% of offshore-held properties still list no public owner. Even law enforcement can't see who controls them. The psychological paradox. The more transparent the system appears, the more effectively it can hide wealth. People stop looking when they think the problem is solved. The psychology of transformation. Dubai's Golden Visa program attracted 80 high net worth individuals since 2020. It's called the largest global hub for black market gold and illicit finance laundering. The psychological alchemy. Dubai specializes in transformation psychology. Gold enters without scrutiny and leaves with new paperwork. Physical cash becomes luxury real estate. Criminal profits become respectable investments. The numbers. Quang 2024 alone saw 105 property sales, above 10 million more than New York and Palm Beach combined. Prime villa prices are up 147% in 5 years. The psychological appeal. Dubai offers the psychology of reinvention. Your past doesn't matter, only your current wealth. This psychological freedom is worth billions to people seeking clean identities. Chapter 3. The psychology of strategic secrecy. Here's the psychological insight most people miss. Hiding money isn't defensive, it's offensive. Secrecy is a competitive advantage, the chess psychology. Imagine trying to play chess when half your opponent's pieces are invisible. You might think you're winning, but you can't see the real game. The bidding psychology. When a private equity firm bids for a company, visible cash raises auction prices immediately. Hidden cash in a Liechtenstein foundation allows winning bids at lower prices. The psychological advantage. Secrecy isn't about avoiding punishment, it's about maintaining strategic superiority. Information asymmetry creates psychological power. The public versus private psychology. The ultra-wealthy aren't hiding money from government or law enforcement. They're hiding it from you, me, journalists, and ordinary people. The confusion strategy. This isn't accidental, it's strategic. Public confusion about wealth ownership keeps the wealthy one step ahead and helps them pay lower prices for everything. The psychology of systemic damage. For regular people, this has profound psychological and practical effects. Housing psychology. Prices climb beyond reach when anonymous buyers with unlimited hidden capital compete against ordinary families with transparent finances. Fairness psychology. Competitors who play by transparent rules cannot match the speed or scale of capital that never declares itself. This creates psychological demoralization in honest market participants. Trust psychology. When the system rewards secrecy over transparency, it undermines the psychological foundation of fair markets. The government psychology. Here's the darkest psychological truth. Governments depend on the income that secrecy provides. London, New York, Delaware, they all profit from hosting hidden wealth. The complicity psychology. This creates psychological conflicts of interest. The same institutions supposed to prevent money laundering also profit from it. Case study. The psychology of state capture. Malaysia's YNDB scandal shows the psychology perfectly. Billions meant for national development became 1.3 million diamond necklace for a model, 8 million in jewelry for Kim Kardashian, 3.2 million Picasso for Leonardo DiCaprio, funding for the Wolf of Wall Street movie. The psychological irony. They used stolen public money to fund a movie about financial corruption. The psychology was so brazen it became entertainment. The prestige psychology. The stolen money wasn't hidden in mattresses. It bought prestigious assets that enhanced social status and created psychological legitimacy. Chapter 4. The Psychology of Financial Reality. The ultimate psychological truth. There are two completely different financial systems operating simultaneously. Transparent system psychology. For ordinary people, every transaction is tracked, reported, and taxed. Bank accounts are visible to governments. Income must be declared. Purchases leave digital trails. The psychological burden. This creates psychological stress about money management, constant fear of audits, and assumption that financial privacy is inherently suspicious. Hidden system psychology. For the ultra-wealthy, transactions flow through anonymous shells. Assets hide behind legal structures. Income appears in optimal tax jurisdictions. Purchases happen through untraceable entities. The psychological freedom. This creates psychological confidence, strategic flexibility, and the assumption that financial privacy is a natural right. The two-reality problem. Most people don't even know the hidden system exists. They assume everyone operates under the same financial psychology and constraints. The psychological gaslighting. The wealthy benefit from ordinary people believing that extreme wealth accumulation happens through the same transparent system everyone else uses. The psychological ripple effects. This two-tier psychology creates learned helplessness. People accept wealth inequality because they don't understand the hidden advantages creating it. False meritocracy. Society believes wealth reflects merit, when it often reflects access to hidden financial systems. Systemic gaslighting. The wealthy appear to succeed through the same rules everyone else follows, making their advantages seem natural rather than structural. The psychology of change. Who's willing to shut down a system that profits the very institutions supposed to regulate it? The psychological conflicts of interest are built into the architecture. The individual psychology response. Understanding this system doesn't mean participating in illegal activities. It means recognizing that financial education for ordinary people focuses on transparent systems while ignoring the hidden systems that actually move the most money. The psychology of dirty money capitals reveals the uncomfortable truth about modern wealth. Transparency is a disadvantage, secrecy is profitable, and the ultra-wealthy operate in a completely different financial reality. The 4 psychological insights. First, financial crime isn't hidden from law enforcement, it's hidden from public understanding. The psychology of confusion is strategic, not accidental. Second, the most effective money laundering happens in prestigious legal jurisdictions that offer psychological legitimacy, not suspicious offshore islands. Third, secrecy isn't defensive, it's offensive. Hidden wealth creates competitive advantages in every market transaction. Fourth, there are 2 financial systems, transparent for ordinary people, hidden for the ultra-wealthy. Most people don't even know the second system exists. The meta-psychology lesson. Financial education for ordinary people focuses on budgeting, investing, and saving within transparent systems. But the real wealth psychology operates through hidden systems that make transparency look naive. Your psychological choice. You can continue believing everyone operates under the same financial rules, or you can understand why extreme wealth concentration isn't just about merit. It's about access to psychological and legal frameworks most people don't know exist. The awareness strategy. Understanding this psychology doesn't require participating in anything illegal. It requires recognizing that financial inequality isn't just about income differences, it's about operating system differences. The ultimate psychological truth. The ultra-wealthy don't just have more money, they have access to completely different financial psychology and infrastructure. Until ordinary people understand this distinction, wealth inequality will continue expanding. If this financial psychology analysis expanded your understanding of how wealth really works, subscribe to The Wealth Mind. Every week, we decode the psychological systems behind economic reality. Next week, the psychology of central banking, how money creation psychology controls global wealth. Until then, see the hidden systems.